Oh, it's you. How did you end up there? Curiosity. Oh, let's see. Wait for a minute, I'll figure out something. Oh, thank you, Tanaka. You hear someone else approach the well. Oh, you startled me, mister. I really need some help. You're right, everybody. I hope you're ready for... whatever this is gonna be. This little banger is Fear and Hunger 2, Termina. As you can imagine, sequel to Fear and Hunger 1. Now, I'm not familiar with Fear and Hunger 1, I know of it. It's a game that I actually was going to check out at one point or another on the channel, but it just kept on getting pushed back from me that I just never got around to it. But Fear and Hunger 2 recently came out, and it's a game that's been requested of you guys for me to check out. Why? I imagine you just want me to suffer, as I understand it. These games are just basically torture games. They're made just for the sole purpose to torture the player. Nothing is explained to you, there's no hand-holding. These games are meant to apparently punish you and kill you at every single corner. Which to me sounds exactly what you guys want to see, which I guess is the reason why it's been getting requested. So, I picked it up a couple of days ago. I've been seeing a couple of updates drop since then. Right now I'm on version 1.4 that could probably change in a day or two, who knows. But I'm recording videos ahead of time right now because I'm going to be taking the last week of the year off. So I'm just pre-recording things ahead. This is one that I'm pre-recording ahead. So, if you guys enjoy it, want to see more when I get back, let me know in the comments, and I'll leave a thumbs up. When I come back, I'll go over the video, see what you guys are enjoying, and if there's enough interest, we'll continue going forward. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is choose the characters. You can see there is a lot of them to choose from. All of them have specialties that'll probably help you out, or not. And they all have multiple endings too. So a lot of these stories, as you can imagine, intertwine. Almost like a little bit like Saga Frontier, I suppose you could probably say. Except a lot more dark and gruesome than Saga Frontier by a landslide. I gotta go with the JoJo character, do I not? The soothing sound of the rail tracks, you are not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. For the majority of your life, you've only known the streets of the Vatican City. This is actually the first time in your life you're traveling this far from the narrow and crowded alleyways. Things don't look that fancy elsewhere. Traveling is overrated, you think to yourself. In your earliest memories, you remember spending time with your parents, but then suddenly you just didn't have parents anymore. You can't remember what happened, but from one point onward, it was just you and your sister against the world. You were still only 10 years old, but you had to make a living somehow. So I guess this is gonna somehow, build a character, with different skills and whatnot, maybe? Okay. We can become a pickpocket, become a burglar, try to lead an honest life. That doesn't seem like it's gonna help me out much, Pickpocket or burglar. Maybe, stealing. Both of them are kind of the same thing, though, huh? Steal from enemies, and I don't know what that would be. I'll go with burglar. Oh, lockpicking. I guess that makes sense, yeah. So the other one's probably an actual steal command, maybe, in combat. The Vatican City was full of streets, kids similar to you, and in no time you learned the tricks of the trade. You tried your hand in breaking into apartments and stealing all the valuables you could carry. It worked for some time, but too often you got caught in the act, which resulted in you getting beat up. The streets schooled you hard, but as you grew older, you noticed that you started to tower over those who bullied you before. If someone still tried to do you dirty, you were quickly able to give them a taste of your justice. Because of your size and skill in fighting, you started to attract attention of local street gangs that tried to recruit you as their muscle. This never sounded right to you. You'd been extorted off your measly salary too many times, so you didn't want to do the same to anyone. But turning down small-time criminals only got you further into trouble. Almost every other night, you'd end up in street fights. At one point, you realized that you were doing more fighting than actual work, not to mention that you got most of your money too. You started to consider fighting as your job. Maybe it'd be worth investing into it more. You started to work out more regularly and follow a strict regimen. Through footwork, agility. I'm either fast and strong, primarily both of them. Make me fast and strong, I'm a glass cannon. You thought that the swift speed would prove useful in the boxing ring. It wouldn't matter how hard one would punch if that punch never connects. You spiced up your boxing drills by trying sandbags to your arms and feet. Every time you started to get used to the weights, you doubled the bags. You didn't really feel the change until you finally dropped the weights and noticed how light and lightning fast your movements were without the additional baggage. Your agility leveled up at least twice during all that. Okay. You were doing alright in fights, so much that you started to build a little reputation in the streets. In no time, you moved on to the underground boxing rings where there are more money on the table and less danger of the opponents pulling a knife in the middle of a match. While you were busy in the ring, your sister had grown into a beautiful young woman who attracted all kinds of admirers. It would have meant trouble if it wasn't for your mean reputation. Most of the life thugs in the streets knew that they'd have to answer to you if they tried anything dodgy. That didn't mean that there weren't those who tried. She started to get close with a known mobster, Ricardo Accardo. He was the heir to the Accardo branch of the family. The family was an organized body of criminals operating in the Vatican City. In all intents and purposes, the family was a mafia, but they also had deep ties in the church, which in turn was running the country. So it was a bit more complicated. Despite being a mobster, Ricardo seemed decent enough. He had a flirtatious and flattering way of speaking, and in general got along with everyone. He took notice in your skills and tried to casually recruit you to their ranks. You politely declined the offer. Since you didn't take the offer, Ricardo had another one on the platter. He'd propose that he'd hook you up with a real boxing trainer to get you to the next level. You again declined, but your sister insisted that you at least try it out. You agreed. Things started to feel more professional in second you stepped into the gym. The trainer, an elderly gentleman who had an impressive record of previous apprentices, was impressed by your raw skills. He thought that the best way to push you further would be to choose where to specialize. Give me some accuracy. Bare-fisted proficiency. His methods proved effective. Soon you had your first real bout in the ring and won the match with relative ease. Your sister and Ricardo were there to congratulate you. You continued with your winning streak. The hype around you was growing. Slowly, even you started to believe the hype. Ricardo was able to organize big matches one after another. You started spending more time with inside the family quarters with Ricardo and your sister. Without noticing it, you had been pulled into the criminal world. What started as helping out a friend became a more frequent occurrence. Soon Ricardo showed his true colors as well. He'd been building you up for a fated boxing match. Apparently, your next opponent was a former family member who had cut all ties with the organization. Your job was to kill him in a boxing match. You politely declined. But at this point, there was no turning back. Ricardo reminded you that he got your sister back at his flat, and she'd feel it in her skin if you didn't comply. You didn't know what to do. Soon you found yourself in the ring with the ex-family member, and the bell rang. He was a tough opponent, but you managed to get the best of him. You were able to counter one of his attacks with a knockout hit. Things moved in slow motion as you saw Ricardo in your corner nodding with a sly smile. You followed up your hit with another, and another, and another. You didn't even stop when the man hit the ground. The referee had to pull you away with all he got before you stopped. The damage had already been done. You had killed a person. You were devastated by all this, but kept it all inside. It was only the beginning. Ricardo had plenty of dirty work for you to do, and at this point he had plenty of leverage too. Your sister being the last resort every time you hesitated. Things had to change. Let's get the hell out of here, huh? You learned the escape plan. You couldn't find your sister anywhere. Calling your telephone, nothing. You started to suspect that Ricardo had suspected something like this and sent your sister somewhere. You were left with no choice but to confront Ricardo. Ricardo was wary of you. He seemed to sense your killing intent from miles away, and that's why he avoided seeing you alone to the best of his abilities. He was too cocky to consider a serious threat, though. As if he had you under his thumb. That proved out to be a grave mistake for him. You were to meet Ricardo and a dozen of his henchmen at a local club to discuss another one of your many tasks. You'd been waiting for an opportunity to see him alone, but the opportunity never presented itself. Fair enough, you thought. The moment you got to the punching distance, Ricardo had a split-second realization of what was happening before you knocked him on his feet. The little rat tried to slither away, but you grabbed him by his throat and kept slamming him on the floor until he stopped moving. In your rage, you lifted him up and threw him over the railing. He fell from the second floor to the center of the club's dance floor. You saw him fall headfirst to the ground. You had succeeded in what you set out to do. Getting out of the club was secondary. You had to fight through a mob of Ricardo's goons. Hired goons? Somehow you made it out from the back door with only minor injuries and ran away as fast as you could. You ran away from the crime scene. The problem was that now both the family and the law enforcement of the city were after you. Just then you received a phone call from your sister. She'd been sent to Ricardo's summer villa in the country of Valon some days prior. You explained the situation, and the two of you decided to meet up in the country of Rondon, where there's no possibility of you living in the Vatican City anymore. You had to act fast before the police would catch up on you. What did you take with you before leaving the city? Medical goods? Food? Take your luxury products with you. Let me guess with some medical goods, I guess. 2 blue vials and some clothes fragments. You took the first train that left the country. The destination was an obscure little town called Prehevil in the country of Bohemia. You had no idea where that place was, but you figured you could plan your trip better once you got there. Okay. And that's our character here. So it's a bit lengthy, I'm aware, but this is a game that, again, story, very deep, rich lore, and we learned a lot about our dude. You feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Alright, we finally got a little bit of movement here, so if you're getting a little bit antsy, don't worry. We ready. A pile of suitcases have been left here without supervision. This is the type of game where you want to inspect everything too, is what I read. which is great because I'm OCD about things like this in RPG making games. In the old pamphlet, there doesn't appear to be anything interested in painted on it. Same thing. The door to the previous cabin is locked from the other side. Looking through the window, the cabin seems pitch black. Oh, we can move diagonal too. How about that? Now, even though it's an RPG Maker game, it does seem to have custom sprites, which is always a plus. Salaryman. Excuse me? No answer. Alright. You find a lucky coin. Got ourselves an axe. Oh, could I equip said axe right now? Then again, apparently I'm proficient in hand fighting. Oh, but that's a good boost. To look at that. Look at that. I guess we'll compare it. Workshop. This place is not the train anymore. No kidding. Unless the train has a workshop. The hell is that?
You. I've been looking for you everywhere. Just where do you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we are in?
Get your hands off of me.
Yeah, feisty one.
The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies.
We can do it the hard way, too.
Oh, he's just chasing me. Okay. A janitor sits down blocking your way. Okay. So, let's see. Attack, left arm. This is a game where you could apparently attack the sacks too. This is a game where you could pinpoint different parts of the body, which is very, very important. So because of that, I'm thinking that we might want to get rid of the arm that has the weapon. So I will indeed attack that. 230. Hack me away. I lost my left arm. And he's lost his arm as well. I was doing with the stump arm. Now we're also building up some things there. It also has a rev up feature. Either way. Let's go with, he's hitting me with the stump arm next, right? So let's go with that arm. What the hell's rev up? Kinda curious about that. Oh, apparently rev up uses those things. I can do it more than once. I can. It's multiple attacks. Marco was victorious. That's great, but I lost an arm. I'm bleeding. The monstrosity is down. Beat him, search him first. Am I literally bleeding out? Like, am I gonna die? Now let's just keep moving. This creepy ass place. Oh, blood's missing. Blood's dropping. Your head hurts, you feel like you're losing your mind. Is that because of the missing arm? That would technically do that to a person, I'd imagine. These guys are huge. My arm is back. Okay. As I said, you get ready for your mind to be rocked. Ah, there you are. Mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice. Got you pulled out from the nasty place. You're going deep into the rabbit hole. Now you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. What is going on? This is what I'm here for. To explain the situation you're currently facing. To explain the great ones in a lifetime opportunity that has befallen within your grasp. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak on his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one, Rare, the trickster moon god. And me, you could call me Percolate. That's a Finnish word. I know Percolate. I'm just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer, he is the dream. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. What is the Festival of Termina? It's a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to grandeur and a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival to end all festivals. This must be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That's all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. Okay, so it was a dream. So my arm is still here, thankfully. Was it all just a dream? The train seems to have stopped. Aha, and here's the other characters now. Man with checkered pants. So that must be the best course of action for now. You interrupt the discussion. Oh, the big Chad got up. Oh, even she knows that JoJo here is a Chad. Who are you? What's going on? Oh, you must be just as close as the rest of us. The train left us all here, at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone gone. No explanations. That's troublesome. No kidding. We decided to stay and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. So if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax. Girl with the glasses, maybe we can introduce ourselves. My name is Marina. My name is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all.
You can call me August.
Karen Sauer, journalist on duty. Oh, I'm Henrik. And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Silly man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. Everyone saw the same dream before waking up in a train. The moon, the girl in the pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. Oh, not this talk again. We should have asked the army pig, that Bremen pig. He was in way too much of a hurry. I bet he knew something. It smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something Bremen army would be part of. They had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the war is over, they have to get their guinea pig out somewhere. I wish I had your capacity and thighs, but I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. Okay, Frank West. And so, day one is here. For now, let's go onwards. Are these brightly colored things that we collect or something? No. You pick up a green herb. That you can collect. At all times, be mashing the action button is my theory when it comes to games like this. Salaryman seems to be on his way as well. Ooh. You search the barrel for anything useful, you find meat pie. Rotten meat. Probably not as good as the meat pie if I had to wager a guess. You search the barrel for anything useful, you find an egg. I kind of want to go after the salaryman, but, you know, I gotta loot. Deserted cottage. Mushroom stew. Goat hoof. Rotten meat on the platter. The mist slowly creeps from deeper in the woods. There's apparently blood here too. Oh, hey. I found blood, salaryman. Oh. I found, dismembered people? What is that? What on earth is going on? I think they're dead. Yeah, I'd imagine that's a pretty good guess, considering one of them is nailed to the wall there.
No.
The mist slowly creeps from deeper in the woods. Yes, it has been indeed doing that for quite a bit now. Who's this one? Hacking away at that man. Terminus is upon us! Yo, he just beheaded that man. He's coming after me now. No, I'm good, dude. I'm alright. I'm good. Don't do it. Search the body? Nothing of value. Oh god, it's a devil. Pet it? Investigate? The goat stares to the distance with glassy eyes, and the first glance the creature seems harmless, but upon further investigation, you're met with a feeling of great dread. You can't really explain why this is. Oh, he's after me! I gotta go. Should I go into the house? I'm gonna go into the house. Gonna follow me inside the house, he better not. Rotten meat. Meat pie? It's a lone candle here. I'm sure we could turn those on. Electricity. More rotten meat. Okay. Glass shards. Something sticky and yellow seeping from inside that makes the refrigerator door stuck. Open it with force. Terrible stench oozes from the inside. You find a white vial. Ugh. We go through here, yes. It's a lovely looking room. Investigate, listen, force the door open. No sounds coming down from down there. Doubt we could probably force it open considering it's chained up. Candle here. Glass charge. I mean, I'm not sure what these glass charges are for, but I've been collecting quite a few now. Alchemelia Volume 3. Rest here as well. Woodsman's letter. The beast has entered this house. It is not my property any longer. The beast took my wife. It took my dignity. It took my fate. If it wasn't the full moon, I would let it take my life as well, by my own hand. It's right there. Chill, dude, chill. The well seems dark and deep. You get an urge to jump down.
Why?
The air down here is heavy, moist, and musky. You find a lucky coin. You don't feel so lucky, though, for whatever reason. As in, how I'm gonna get back up? That's a good question. The well doesn't look that deep from down here. Climb up. You can't seem to get a good grip from the wall. The stones are too round and the slippery moss doesn't help. You can feel this realization in your guts. What if you can't get back up? This wouldn't be the type again that leaves you stranded down here, would it? Climb up, investigate the walls, knock on the walls. Here's someone walk on the ground level. Hello? You recognize it's Naka, the salaryman. Yo, dude, help me out. Is someone down here? Yeah. Tanaka, can you help me? Oh, it's you. How did you end up there? Curiosity. Oh, let's see. Wait for a minute, I'll figure out something. Oh, thank you, Tanaka. You hear someone else approach the well. Oh, you startled me, mister. I really need some help. What did you do to Tanaka? Oh, but thanks. I don't want to climb that. What, are you kidding me? This man beheaded Tanaka. It's gotta be the woodsman, right? Tanaka? Well, at least he had matches for us. Maybe we could light those candles now. I'm starting to feel hungry. I mean, this is not the time for hunger, dog. Is he calm now? Did you just need more? Did you need murder in your life? Was that what it was? Are you murdered out? Leave now, stranger. Leave. What's happening here? Leave. Or die. Okay, you didn't gotta tell me twice. I'm good, I'll leave. Goat, get away from me. Okay. Is there a path here? Yes. Okay. Well, I feel very bad about Tanaka. Feel almost a little bit responsible, you know? Maybe had I not called him over, that wouldn't have happened to him. Who knows? I don't know where I'm going. Ah, jeez! What the hell was that thing? A mysterious beast approaches you with saliva dripping from its gaping mouth. The creature seems to be in hunting mode. Wayfowl beast? Your words are in vain. The beast is clearly out for blood. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta fight him. We're rocking bare fist right now, right? We're gonna see how that compares to the weapons that we had. So skills, we could also apparently run. Butt, front paws, torso, back paws. I mean, if we take his paws out, he can't probably run, right? Toothless bite. Could have been worse. Could have been some heat. Oh, there's this front pulse gun. Torso. So we're doing like almost 300. Black vomit. The vomit burns. Poison now. We're doing almost like 300 melee attack roughly. So it might actually be better for us to keep bare fisting. Giggity giggity. As opposed to using a weapon. Oh, no, but I wanted to clear up the poison. Can I run? Oh, I did. I'm in a bunker. Oh, mushroom. Honey bun. There's an old rusty hatch here. Open it and inspect it. The window on the latch is murky and stained. You cannot see anything but darkness below. A smell of rot strikes immediately upon opening the hatch. Who is this? Red-haired mechanic. Oh. It's you. You're in that train too, right? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? The train engine is busted. I'm looking for spare parts. I saw the army truck and figured there might be something worth checking out. Turns out I was right. How about we hop in and see what's under there? You have to be at least a little bit curious. Sure. That's the spirit. The tunnels reek of death. That's exactly what you want to walk into. Wow, this place is incredible. I heard the Eastern Union had a big underground network around Prehevil, but I wasn't expecting this. What are these tunnels used for? I'm not entirely sure what's the purpose of these tunnels exactly, but they must have something to do with the position of this place. Prehevil and Bohemia in general is placed in a rather strategic position. It's in the middle of many powerful countries. What they were building here, well, I have no idea, but many forces wanted to get their hands on this place. Oi! We haven't even introduced ourselves yet, have we? I'm Abella, nice to meet you. You don't get to say a word, but I'll be traveling with you for a while now. Oh, okay, sure. So, we do have a skill here that I saw earlier. Why is there a yellow marker on this woman? Well, either way. Party talk. Building a bunker like this must have taken time. It's not something that was made overnight. I'd even go as far as to say this place predates the Great War quite a bit. What could be the purpose of these tunnels? They're far too narrow for transporting troops. The technology doesn't look like it would have been obvious militaristic purposes. It's super fascinating, isn't it? There's a wooden chest here. Open it? Sure. It requires coins. It's a weird way to pick a lock. It's heads, I guess. You find a rusty pipe. So I guess I used up a coin. We gotta use up coins to pop those things open. Speaking of which, I'm apparently good. You have a pipe wrench. I was gonna say, do you need a weapon? Because I'm gonna give you the Kazara. It made me bleed, so I imagine it'll probably put a bleed on enemies too for you. Nothing interesting here. Gasoline canister's been found. Again, what I'm doing down here, I guess we're just exploring. This is the type of game that don't expect nothing, as I've mentioned, to handhold you, tell you what to do. You find it apparently as you go. So, for now, I just imagine we gotta search this area. The only thing I'm concerned about is that we are running a bit on time now. Empty ration seems like this has been a spot for a watchman. Gasoline canister. So because we're running on time, I feel like we're going to start wrapping up here pretty soon. It's been very wordy and story heavy right now, as you could probably imagine for the start of it. Did I push that? I can push that. For a game such as this, so I'll leave it up to you guys to let me know if you'd like to see more from this point on. So this is going to be kind of a pretty lengthy episode. Maybe I'll just record one. Duct tape. And when I get back from my break, if you guys like to see more, what is that? When it gets fuzzy, it makes me trip a little bit. Oh. But do I know where it's going? Absolutely. This guy actively wants to get at me. And he's apparently going to achieve such a task. Where's behind me? Oh, he stopped. Okay, I got around this clown man with a little bit of effort, just waiting for him to get into a place I could sneak by. This is where he was initially. It was a lucky coin, that was it. But it was guarding something special. Oh, there he is. I think he spotted me. Is he coming all the way around now? Yo, we better freaking move. Where to check those lockers? What's... You unlock the door. Oh, nice. So... I feel like we've hit nothing but dead ends so far. Emergency backup generator seems like it's used, but it's out of gasoline. Oh, yeah, we have those. You poured both gasoline canisters? There's power now. Oh! He was there. I think there was an elevator here. I want this elevator. Go down. Okay. Did I leave this maniac up there? Did. And I think that was the right call, because we saw another image now. Gates are sealed shut. Okay. Well, I'm apparently in the second floor of a bunker now. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As I've mentioned, if you'd like to see more, let me know. We could definitely come back and continue on from here and do a bit more. Again, it's an experimental game for a fact in terms of how you guys will feel about it. But I got enough requests that I was like, yeah, we're checking out at least a bit. So we'll see what you guys think.